Good afternoon to you. Thank you so much for joining us. It's time for lunchtime news this Sunday, the 18th of October 2020. It's the second day for free mass testing at the county of Nairobi. And yesterday we did see members coming out for the testing. We are also monitoring the second and the last day of this free exercise. And now joining us live from Rabai Road, where the exercise is ongoing, is my colleague Irene Muchuma Odim, who is just there trying to monitor how the exercise is going on. Good afternoon to you, Irene. Kindly tell us what's the turnout like this afternoon, considering it's the final day for this exercise.
Afternoon. We are at Rabai Road Primary School, Makadara Sub-County, and it's raining in this part of the city, disrupting activities from this end. Day 2 of mass testing by the Nairobi Metropolitan Services. This as Nairobi has highest number of positive COVID-19 confirmed cases. And the Ministry of Health says that it's about time Nairobians turn up in numbers to have their status checked, and this in a bid to fight the spread of the virus. We're here early enough this morning, and we have witnessed quite a good number of people turning up for the exercise, especially the street families and also families from children homes. And I've tried to inquire why this number, especially from street families and those families from children's home, and reliable sources tell me that this is because when the first case of COVID-19 was reported in the country in mid-March this year, these children were asked to go back to their homes, and now for them to be integrated back to the society, back to the children's home, the caregivers would have to know their status so that they are able to take care of them in the required way according to the Ministry of Health regulations. But one thing that I'm curious to know about from this end, and it's something that I also witnessed yesterday, being day 1 of the Nairobi Metropolitan Services mass testing in the city, is the procedure. Yes, first we'll have our temperatures checked, our biodata collected, but then that procedure of collecting the sample is one that is raising more questions than answers. Why are we still having that discomfort, whereas our neighboring countries and also across the globe are making it more comfortable? To shed more light on this is Dr. Nelly Ndindi, the medical officer here at Makadara Sub-County. And doctor, just tell us, why the discomfort? Why are we not advanced yet?
We are using that procedure that we are using currently, taking the oral swab and the nasopharyngeal swab, because still the nasopharyngeal swab is still the best way of getting the highest yield. So that's what we are using currently, and it's giving us good results.
Okay. Today we witnessed quite a number of people. Do we have the total number of people that have been able to turn up, as much as the rains right now have disrupted the activity for the day?
Yeah, the turnout has been fair today. So far we have already tested 136, and we are still having people coming in. Even though the numbers are a bit slow right now because of the weather, but still we are seeing the community and the members of this community here in Makadara coming in one by one, and we are hopeful by the time we are closing, maybe around 3 o'clock, we'll have gotten to higher numbers.
Just as we come to a close, today is day 2 of the exercise, and perhaps many people know this is the last day. What are the challenges that we have been able to go through, and what would be your advice way forward?
The biggest challenge we've had is the perception that the community has because of the ongoings. They are not really understanding why we are doing the mass testing exercise now, given that most of the instructions and the guidelines have been relaxed, and the numbers, for example, those that can access public events, have been increased. So we actually, as we have been doing social mobilization throughout the week, we were also sensitizing and educating the community that it is important for us to get the point prevalence in Nairobi currently, so that we can confidently say either we have dealt with COVID or we have not dealt with it yet.
Thank you. That is Dr. Nelly Ndindi, a medical officer here at Makadara Sub-County. Purity will be going round the city as Nairobi Metropolitan Services brings this exercise to a close. Though yesterday from Kibra DO's office, we got information that the exercise will still continue in government medical facilities, and we'll be inquiring that for our audience in our subsequent bulletin. Purity.
All right. Thank you so much, Irene Muchuma Odim, for that update. Of course, this is the second day of this free COVID-19 testing exercise led by the Nairobi Metropolitan Services officials. And of course, the fact that Nairobi County has been leading with the highest number of daily COVID-19 infections, then it was important for this to continue, and also with the relaxed COVID-19 restrictions. And also the Minister of Health keeps on saying that Kenyans seem to have put their guard in preventing themselves from contracting this disease down, and therefore it will be interesting to know, especially the fact that the county is saying the results for most of the people will be out by Monday. Of course, Kenya has been experiencing a lot of, let's say, a second wave or a surge in cases in the past 1 week, maintaining a 10% positivity rate. That's part of the stories that we are following up for you this afternoon. Once again, good afternoon to you. I'm Purity Museo, and Byron Nabuli is our sign language interpreter this afternoon. Jomvu Member of Parliament Badi Twalib has called on the government to stop the frequent transfers of deputy county commissioners, claiming it is affecting service delivery. Twalib, who was in Mikindani, said the administrators need to be given time to familiarize themselves with the area and get to learn the problems facing the residents and even bond with them.
Deputy county commissioners need to be given time to familiarize themselves with the area and get to learn the problem facing the residents. According to Twalib, the frequent transfers has affected service delivery to his constituents, as new officers taking time to settle and get to understand socio-economic challenges of the area.
Jomvu tumechoka kupawa transfer za saa zote kwa ma-DCC wetu, kwa sababu leo DCC huyu ni karibu wa 8 ama wa 9 tangu tuanzishe Jomvu. Sisi tunataka tutoe huduma, na kiongozi kutoa huduma ni yule kiongozi ambaye anaweza kukaa hapa akaielewa hali ya Jomvu, akawaelewa wa Jomvu ana shida gani, akawasaidia.
The MP was speaking at Mikindani Social Hall during the issuance of Uwezo Fund checks to women and youth groups from the constituency, and challenged youth to come out in large numbers and apply for the fund, since women groups have been the ones benefiting more.
Ndani ya Jomvu kwa miaka yote tukitoa pesa za Uwezo, wingi wanaokuja ni kina mama kuliko vijana. Kwa hivyo nawasihi vijana wa sehemu yangu ili wajitolee na wao kuja kuapply hizi pesa, ili tuwapatie pesa wafanye biashara kama vile vijana wa sehemu nyingine ya Kenya wanavyofanya biashara.
A total of 38 groups benefited from the fund, where over 4 million shillings was distributed.
Elsewhere, Tana River County women professionals have unveiled a program to push for equity in both elective and government appointments at the county and national level. The initiative, called Tana River County Women for Change, aims at ensuring that women come out in large numbers to challenge the male dominance favored by cultural norms.
Culturally, women in Tana River are not given priority, which has made them lag behind on leadership. A section of women professionals in the area have been championing the importance of having women take up their space in governance. The caucus group said they have had the aspiration to unite so as to educate local women on the importance of fighting for their rights.
It's high time you identify us as women. Now, as they were to Agasa, tunaomba muwape wa mama pia chances, kwa sababu mara nyingi we are locked out of negotiations, we are locked out of leadership, and yet we have capable women from Tana River County.
Nataka to lobby, we want both the elective position and the executive positions. It is our right. Si ati tunataka kujaribu kubembelezana tuone kama tutapewa. Tunataka to demand, we want our share in our counties and in the national level.
They say the group will lobby for any woman who will be seeking an elective post or qualifies for a government position.
We are ready to stand with them. We are ready to identify with them kwa sababu hatuna utofauti. Kama mama tuko wa mama wote. Haijalishi dini, haijalishi elimu, haijalishi sisi ni wa mama.
The Federation of Women Lawyers CEO Ann Ireri said it was impressive to see the Tana River women coming together to fight for what it's theirs.
Bunge linafaa livunjwe sababu ya kushindwa kutimiza ile 2/3. Kwa hivyo kina mama wamejitokeza kusema we are serious about it, we are ready to take up leadership, we are available, we are competent, and we are ready to take Kenya to the next level.
Tana River woman representative Rehema Hassan on her part said the proposal to have the women representative seat struck out will largely affect Tana River women.
So venye hali inavyoenda, tunavyosikia hicho kitu cha women kinaenda kutolewa, tunaona bado tutakosa uwakilishi. So kwa sababu ya threat ile ambayo tuko nao kama wamama, tumeamua tuje tukae tuanze kujipanga mapema. Na tunataka kutoa message ya kuwa we are ready to battle it out with men. We are ready to sweep all the positions because it's them who've sent us to come and battle with them.
Suleiman Yeri, Channel 1 News.
In Kisii County, Kisii University students are pleading with President document from the umbrella body. The head of state is welcome to visit the institution and witness firsthand their plight. Ahead of the visit, among them students at the Kisii University.
Currently, our institution is highly under capitation. We are experiencing little funding of this institution, leading to even some of the workers being sacked. So, His Excellency, as you are coming, these are some of the challenges we are expecting you, and we are anticipating for you to come and help us solve this thing.
The students say when the head of state last visited the institution in 2017, he made a number of pledges. Among the promises is upgrading of infrastructure, including a multi-million shilling science complex.
His Excellency Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, that we are crying that at your last visit, when you came here to Kisii University, you made promises to our comrades who are eagerly waiting to see you soon. We need a perimeter wall to the university because the university is really growing. But when you see the state of the university, we can't be presentable. We are crying for your come that you may reach here to come and accomplish the missions that we left in 2017.
Through their umbrella body, the Kisii University Students Union KUSU, the students say their institution is facing a myriad of challenges which they hope will be addressed by the national government.
The sacked members of this county are highly under siege, and they don't know what is next because they have nothing to put on the table. So, His Excellency, karibu Kisii University.
And remaining in Kisii County, preparations are underway ahead of the Mashujaa Day celebrations on Tuesday. And of course, the head of state will be leading the country into marking this important day. And my colleague Eric Biegon is at the Gusii Stadium just to witness what sort of activities are ongoing. And of course, about 3,000 people will be able to attend that particular event. It's good to see you from Kisii County, Eric. It's raining right here. I don't know how the weather is like back in Kisii, but you can bring us to speed on whether the preparations are complete and what we expect next week.
Good afternoon, Purity Museo at the Broadcasting House. Like you rightly said, yes, we are in Kisii County. This is Gusii Stadium, a place or the venue that will play host to this year's Mashujaa Day celebrations that are slated for Tuesday. when His Excellency the President Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta will lead the nation once again in celebrating Kenyans who have made an exemplary contribution to the development of this country. It is a bright Sunday afternoon where preparations are just underway. I think they are doing the final touches just to ensure that Tuesday becomes a successful day. The celebrations that are to be held here on Tuesday will be happening exactly 7 months after the government suspended all gatherings because of COVID-19 pandemic that has caused numerous disruptions in the country. The health crisis forcing the government just to institute social distancing directives, including cancellation of Madaraka Day, for example, just to ensure that most Kenyans will not be affected by the pandemic. So at the moment, as I've said, it's about preparations for Tuesday, where the National Celebration Steering Committee says it is only going to have about 3,000 to 3,500 guests as part of social distancing directives to ensure that even though we are reopening slowly by slowly, it is not going to be another moment to break the rules, that we ensure that the country does not become a victim of COVID-19 that has really caused a lot of problems to the world. At the moment, like you can see from the pictures in your screen, we are seeing some people, musicians or groups that will be performing in the stadium on Tuesday, just doing some preparations. They are rehearsing. In the other corner, preparations are just to ensure that the stadium will be ready to host the president and the people who will be here on Tuesday for this event. Remember, Mashujaa Day is no longer what it used to be, like we previously celebrated Kenyatta Day. This year, it's about not only remembering the people who made a contribution towards our independence, but it is also about the people who are making a contribution to ensure that this country makes strides in the areas of education, health, security, agriculture, taking Kenya forward. This is why we are here, to cover that event and to see on that material day who are these Kenyans who have earned the recognition of the country and that of the head of state. For now, Purity, we are in the land of Matoke. This is the land of soapstone. And whatever is going to transpire here, we will be right here to give you an update. Already, if I must mention, those who are not going to be allowed access into this stadium will be able to follow the event from the big screens that have been mounted in various parts of this town, just to ensure that no one misses out on this occasion that is so important in the country. Purity.
Thank you so much, Eric Biagon. You just mentioned land of Matoke, and Amos says that he is sweating. You know, he comes from that area. But it's good to speak with you, and of course, as you continue to monitor how the event is going to unfold come Tuesday, and the social distancing is already being followed with the arrangement that we've seen from the Gusii Stadium, and a lot of activities going on just a day before the head of state could lead Kenyans into marking this day. And Eric did mention that it will not only be a day to remember those who helped this nation or fought for the independence of this nation, but those that are also driving this country forward in terms of the education sector, health, and other sectors in this country. We are taking a short break. When we return, we have more news coming up your way, so stay with us.
Hello? Dude, United on fire. United? Rashford is unstoppable. Tell me you have DSTV, Eddie. Do you know that I get more than 20 live matches on any given week? From the best leagues in the world. La Liga, Serie A, the Champions League, the Premier League. Oh, what about that? Do you have Trinity?
No, we don't have that.
Eddie, if you're going to spend your money, spend it on the best football in the world.
Dial *423# to buy a DSTV HD decoder for only 1,999 shillings.
Night on KBC Channel 1.
Shh. Don't you worry now. The doctor said to only give you half a dose. I won't let anything bad happen to you. Please don't go. Stay here with me.
Stop sniveling. I can't hear myself think with that noise. You're like a lunatic.
I shouldn't even be here in this place. I am innocent. I didn't do anything.
That's what everyone says.
In Love with Ramon.
The season to honor our heroes with accolades and applause recognition is here again. KBC, in collaboration with the Ministry of Sports, Culture and Heritage, will bring you the Mashujaa Day celebrations live from the Gusii Stadium in Kisii. Here to watch an elaborate documentary showcasing our culture and acknowledgement of our nation's triumphs that will run a day before only on KBC Channel 1.
Ni msimu wa kusherekea mashujaa wetu kama taifa. Mwaka huu sherehe hizi zitafanyika Kisii. Minto FM itakuwa mwandani wako katika kusherekea mashujaa wetu. Wewe msikilizaji ni shujaa wetu, na ndio maana tumepanga kukutembelea Kisii ili tukushukuru. Kutana na watangazaji wako Evans Makori, Omoga Kalulipopjon na Nancy Kemuto Ekiababa mnamo tarehe 19 mwezi huu kwenye Roadshow Bomba. Tutakutembelea Keumbu, Igare, Ogembo, Itumbe, Menyinkwa, Suneka, Daraja 2 na kisha tutue Kisii Town. Tarehe 20 siku ya mashujaa, tutakuletea matangazo ya moja kwa moja kuanzia saa 12 asubuhi kwenye mpango wa Minto Wakire. Njoo tusherekee mashujaa wetu na Minto FM, station yako namba 1 kwa lugha ya Kigusi.
Welcome back. This is Lunchtime News. Matayos Member of Parliament Geoffrey Odanga has called for more engagement among education stakeholders with a view of addressing challenges affecting the resumption of learning. The legislator says social distancing is still proving to be a major challenge in most schools.
Speaking when he issued bursaries worth 35 million shillings at the St. Joseph Busia Girls Primary School in Busia County, the Matayos lawmaker said there is an urgent need for interventions to challenges facing basic education.
Madarasa yaliyopo na vifaa vya masomo vyote ikiwemo maabara na kadhalika haviwezi kuwatosheleza wanafunzi wote, hasa ikiwa tunazingatia mambo ya social distancing na kadhalika. Lakini itabidi tuone kwamba wanafunzi wanaweza kuwa shuleni, na nashukuru wizara kwamba imeanza kwanza kwa wanafunzi wa kidato cha 4, darasa la 7 na ile grade 4 kwanza kuweza kuangalia ili tuweze kutathmini na kujua changamoto ambazo zipo.
The legislator calling on the government to expand the scope of the ongoing recruitment of teachers to effectively address the perennial shortage of tutors.
Walimu watatosha, na mwalimu hawezi kufundisha tangu asubuhi mpaka jioni, kila lesson hawezi fundisha. Kwa hivyo ni changamoto, na serikali lazima iangalie ikiwa kweli they mean business kwamba tunataka watoto wasome katika hali hii ya social distancing, lazima watilie mkazo jambo la kuajiri walimu, watenge pesa na wape Teacher Service Commission iweze kuajiri walimu.
To ensure safe social distance in schools, the government set aside 1.9 billion shillings to manufacture desks for public schools in the country.
Na njia za ambazo zitaweza kufaa. Pengine wanaweza kusema kwa na ile shift ama staggered, watoto wengine wasome mchana, wengine usiku mchana na wengine asubuhi, wengine wasome juma hili na wengine juma lijalo. Na ikizidi sana, na hasa mbio ambavyo tunaona kwamba hivi visa vya corona vinaendelea kuzidi, anaweza sema waendelee tena kuangalia nini itafanyika, kwa sababu vifaa vya shule kujenga si jambo rahisi ya kujenga hivyo kwa muda huu mfupi.
Timothy Kipnusu for Channel 1 News.
Is helping Kenyans living with physical disabilities regain their mobility through his skillful invention. Martin Wahome upcycles scrap metals and electronic waste, and the end products are battery-powered wheelchairs. Take a look. Martin Wahome does not see trash when he comes across scrap metal or any used electronic device, but sees opportunity. The middle-aged man scavenges for the materials which are otherwise deemed as waste, then cleans them before creating custom-made electronic wheelchairs.
Ni kuona wale watu wako na ulemavu bila wamekuwa wakitaambika. Unapata mtu wako kwa nyumba, hana msaidizi, lazima akuwe na mtu wa kumsukuma ili aweze kufanya mambo yake. Hiyo ndio ilikuwa sababu kubwa ya kufikiria kutengeneza hii chwera. Ukiwa na hii wheelchair na uko pale wewe ni mlemavu, utaweza kujifanyia mambo yako bila usaidizi wa mtu yeyote.
Wahome's innovation resembles motorized tricycles more than a typical wheelchair. They are powered by old batteries, making operation easy. Old office chairs are upcycled to make the seats.
Hii wheelchair ni rahisi sana kuitumia, manake iko na mahali unafinya kama unataka iende mbele. Kuna kwa Kiingereza tunaita joystick, unapeleka mbele, ukifinya upande wa mbele iko na uwezo wa kwenda mbele. Ukifinya na nyuma iko na uwezo wa kurudi na nyuma. Wakati unataka kuzunguka unafinya kando, ukifinya kando iko na hiyo uwezo wa kuzunguka.
Wahome, who lives in Thika, Kiambu County, says his skills are self-taught.
Nilianza kutengeneza hii wheelchair ambayo unaweza itumia ndani ya nyumba ama nje. Bora tu ikiwa ni mahali sio lafu sana ama hakuna mawe, utaweza compound tu ya nyumba. Lakini hivi karibuni naona nitaanza, kuna wheelchair nyingine nimeanza kutengeneza ambayo unaweza itumia kwenda nje, hata kama ni mahali service sio mzuri sana, kuna mawe, unaweza toka nayo uende hata kama ni kwa soko ama mahali unafanya kazi. Hiyo ndio sasa nafanyia kazi.
Many have benefited from his work and demand is high.
Wakati huu tumekuwa na COVID, tumeweza kujifunza mambo mingi. Si lazima tulilai na vitu za kutoka nje. Na hapo ndipo nikaa chini nikafikiria na nikaona ni mambo mingi ambayo tunaweza fanya. Wheelchair kama hii nimetengeneza na vitu tu za hapa, na ningesema kama watu kama sisi, vijana kama sisi, tunaweza kuwa financially empowered. Ni mambo mingi tunaweza fanya, kama ni kutengeneza vitu kama hizi, na pia tunaweza create kazi hata kwa vijana, na ili wapate kupata mkate yao ya kila siku.
Time for the sports, and the second semi-final CAF Champions League match pitting Moroccan side Raja Casablanca and Egyptian outfit Zamalek will be aired tonight at KBC Channel 1 starting at 10 p.m. East African time. Last night, newly appointed Al-Ahly head coach Peso Mosimane guided his team to a 2-0 win over Wydad Casablanca in a first leg semi-final encounter at the Stade Mohammed Stadium.
In the first continental club action since the COVID-19 pandemic caused a shutdown to sports 6 months ago, Wydad Casablanca saw their 26-match Champions League unbeaten home record shattered. Coincidentally, it was Al-Ahly who were the last team to beat Wydad at their home turf all the way back in July 2016. Mohamed Kafsha capitalized on an error by Yahya Jabrain to give Al-Ahly the lead.
Al-Ahly, the control, you've got to be careful. Oh, it's an easy chance. This is one-on-one with the goalkeeper. It's in the back of the net. There's your goal. Well, it's 1-0. How about that? Beautifully done, slotted slickly past the goalkeeper, Tanioti.
Casablanca had a great opportunity to restore parity when they awarded a penalty in the 40th minute, but the chance was wasted as Badi Aouk struck his spot kick tamely and enabled Mohamed El Shenawi to make the save.
Here it is, here's the shot. The shot goes in. Oh, it's been saved. I can't believe it. And a second attempt as well. That is just incredible. Should have been buried, but he couldn't do anything.
Ali Malol's expertly taken second half penalty handed Al Ali a 2-0 victory.
To make it 2-0 for Ali. Ali Malol, he slots it in, blasts into the corner to make it 2-0. For the Egyptian Giants.
The second leg encounter will take place on Friday, 23rd October in Cairo. The other semi-final is being contested between Raja Casablanca and Zamalek, and the first leg match takes place tonight in Morocco's capital and will be aired live at KBC Channel 1. Frederick Mwoki for Channel 1 Sports.
Tom Alila says he will file a case in court seeking the nullification of Saturday's Football Kenya Federation elections. Alila alleges that he has evidence of voter bribery and intimidation that the voting exercise failed to meet the requisite threshold. Alila lost the Nairobi's National Executive Committee member seat to Michael Ouma.
We are going to go to court. We are going to be enjoying because we were now a party. We had lockers to participate in this election. So we are going to support what Wasike wrote. And we are going to go to court fully on these matters of compliance, which she raised. It is us who have the lockers to go to court now. And we are putting our paperwork together, and we are going to go to court to stop, to have this election nullified again. Because of these malpractices. We have evidence of, we are going to put in the evidence of bribery and how the delegates were locked in one place, in one hotel in Sportsview all the night, where Nick was paying the money which came from Tanga people. So those are very serious issues that we are going to deliberate to see.
Wale watakuwa ukiendesha mipira ni watu ambao hawakuchaguliwa katika njia halali. Hiyo ndio shida kubwa ambayo tunayo sasa. Na tusiporekebisha hiyo, tutaendelea tu mambo itakuwa tu haitaenda vizuri. Na ikiwa ni mambo ya Harambee Stars ambayo inacheza mashindano ya kimataifa, waziri abuni ataje kamati ambayo ni Harambee Stars Management Board ambayo ikiendelea na mambo ya timu za taifa, na upandio sasa msajili wa michezo aendelee kutengeza kuratibu mambo za uchaguzi.
That report brings us to the end of Channel 1 Lunchtime News this Sunday afternoon. Of course, remember, we have much more that we are following up for you, including preparations at the Gusii Stadium ahead of the national celebrations for Mashujaa Day. Again, the numbers of COVID-19 have kept on rising, and this week, since schools reopened, we've seen a surge of cases with the positivity rate being maintained at least 10%. And this afternoon, the National Emergency Committee Response Committee on COVID-19 is meeting, and later on the CS for Health, Mutahi Kagwe, will be addressing the nation on the way forward and whether they need to take more measures. So do stay tuned for that live broadcast. My name is Purity Museo, and Byron Abuli has been our sign language interpreter this afternoon. Do enjoy the rest of your afternoon, and God bless.